Hello, everybody. My name is Ofer Segal. I am the CEO of Kineticann. Kineticann is an Israeli-based company that develops and produces novel food ingredients, especially cannabis. We're going to talk about cannabis here today. And I'm here to raise a question. Why would we put cannabis in foods? And this is a question that I hear a lot. Why should I put it in my food? So the question would be, would I put cannabis or should I put cannabis in my food? Okay. Now, I'll start by saying that in the last few decades, people are looking at food in a different manner. If we once used to eat only for nourishment, today we're consuming foods for better health, for medicine, for wellness, or just for fun. And there is an understanding that is growing that food is here to do more, and that's basically what we know about functional foods. Now, functional foods can be regular foods that we know. We eat fish, we consume omega-3, it helps us with our memory. We eat meat, we get our iron, we get minerals, we get vitamins. But on this side, we see the probiotics. And this is where we, as companies that are manufacturing ingredients and functional foods, come in. We're moving into probiotics, herbs and compounds, minerals and vitamins, and of course, we all know about the proteins and healthy substitutes. So this is all functional foods. And this is all things that we know, and we've learned how to understand and how to work with them. And I want to tell you that cannabis is a superfood. And cannabis is a superfood, first of all, because of the endocannabinoid system. In each one of us, there is a system called endocannabinoid system, and it's a system that works with some of the body's organs and systems. Let's say our skin. The endocannabinoid system has huge impact on our skin. Or, for that matter, our neurological systems. You know, when you consume cannabis, it reduces stress and other functions like that. Second, we understand that there are medicinal attributes. So we all know that there are drugs that are currently out there, cannabis-based medicine. And I think the pharmaceutical industry is looking at cannabis as the next generation of medicine. There is a lot of research done all around the world about cannabis for cancer, cannabis for diabetes, and there are also a few drugs out there in market today. So we not only medicine, but just health attributes. You want to feel better. You want to live better. You want to consume better stuff. And, of course, wellness attributes. You want to come home and you want to relax. You're stressed before an exam. These are all attributes that cannabis knows how to impact. Now, of course, not only that cannabis does all this medicinal and healthy stuff, it's a plant that is rich with fiber, with protein, and we can use a lot of the substance in the plant as well. So we understand that we should consume cannabis, but would we consume cannabis? And I think the first question would be a regulatory question. So we have to comply both with cannabis regulation. Is it allowed in Germany? Is it allowed in the States? Is it allowed as CBD, as THC? Not only that, but we wouldn't use cannabis if it wouldn't have gone also for food regulations. If you add this substance to cannabis, will be all right. Can we use it with alcohol? Can we use it with different other herbs? Do we need to use it isolated? And second is food safety. Nobody would put something in their body, I think, if it's not safe. And when we're talking about safety, we're talking about consistency, getting it the same over and over, time after time. We're talking about dosing. And when I'm saying dosing, it's not telling you that it's 20 milligrams of CBD or THC in a bottle. No. It's understanding what 20 milligrams does in our body. And is it the right dosing? Of course, non-GMO, and of course, no allergens. This is all food safety. We would also want to understand that what we are getting has know-how in it. Somebody thought about it. It didn't just take CBD and sprinkle it on a pizza and call it functional food. We're talking about bioavailability. How do you get enough of the active materials in our body? But not only that, we're talking about consumer trends. We don't want to see sugars in it. And the bitter taste of cannabis, if we want to mask it, most companies would just put a lot of sugar. You know, companies in the world like Nutella is using a lot of sugar to get the very known taste. Now, if you want to reduce sugar, then you need to know how to do it in a technological way. Controlled release. If we're taking, let's say, a chocolate bar with a certain blend of cannabis that we want to help us to go to sleep better, then we don't want it to act now. Maybe we want it to act in an hour, and we want it to keep for at least 5 or 6 hours of sleep. But if we are stressed before an exam, and we want to take a gum with a certain CBD blend that is known to reduce stress, we want to act now to help us in the next 10 minutes. This is about controlled release. So all of these is the basic. This is the basic stuff we need. But, you know, someone needs to tell the story. And I can speak in front of you, 50, 100 people, maybe in the internet. I can convince a few of you. But it took Coca-Cola to change Santa from green to red, because he was green. And they wanted him on an ad, and they painted it red. And from that point on, Santa is red. But not only that, if I would have asked 10 years ago, who knows what is good bacteria? What is El-Kazai? Why do we need to consume bacteria? Nobody would have thought of it. It took companies like Danone to tell us, yes, this is good for you. So someone will have to tell the cannabis story as well. And it's going to be there, because the big companies are already looking at it. PepsiCo and Coca-Cola, everybody's there. And it's a short while before we will see it over there by those companies as well. And last, we can produce whatever food we want. If it won't taste good and if it won't smell good, nobody will eat it. So what I'm saying in conclusion is that, yeah, we should consume cannabis, and we would consume cannabis. What we have to understand that cannabis is something that is a game changer. for the food and beverage industry. We see herbs or products like spirulina-based products, curcumin-based products. And cannabis is an amazing superfood, so it will be there, and we would consume it. The only understanding we need to do is how to consume it properly and how to do it safely. And that's what our company basically is doing, is introducing those innovative ingredients to the market. And that's all for me. If you have any questions about cannabis foods. Okay, then you're invited to see us in A92 and taste a few things.